Welcome to the Dissolving Fear podcast, where fear doesn't run the show, you do. Today, I thought I would tell a little story about FOMO and FOBO, fear of missing out, fear of better options, because I want you to ask yourself this question. What if everything's great right now? You don't need more. And your biggest challenge when it comes to being happy is just enjoying what is, enjoying exactly what's going on in life right now. And this doesn't obviously always apply to everything, but there are certain aspects of our lives where we get in this mode where we want to troubleshoot all the aspects of our lives and maximize the potential in everything. And we get caught thinking to ourselves, how can life be more optimal? And then we end up wanting to optimize every single thing, even down to our pets. And so that's the story that I'm going to tell you today. It's just a story from way back when, before I was a mom of two. Now my kids are 10 and 14. But before I had kids, I had pugs. And before I had two pugs, I had one. And his name was Zen because he was very zen. He was the chillest pug on earth. He kind of acted like a little cat. He would just chill on top of the sofa in the sun, and he loved just laying in the sun like a little cat. And he was just the best boy. He liked to go on walks. He was super cuddly. You know, pugs, he's like a sack of potatoes, chunky little guy. And I loved him. He was obviously like my baby, right? And if I would have thought things through, or if I could have just been content with Zen, then he probably would have been content with me, and we would have lived happily ever after. He was very zen. He was very happy to be alive. He didn't want for anything. He didn't want more. But I wasn't happy with just one pug. I started this story in my head of oh, Zen would be happier if he had a friend. Zen isn't happy. Zen needs a sister. He needs a brother. He needs a friend. He's lonely. I took a perfectly good situation and I started to worry about it. And obviously, if you're tuning in, if you have some anxiety issues, this is a common thing. This is why we get caught up in wanting to optimize everything. I mean, you can end up picking apart your face and wanting to do injections or, a nose job or a filler. Whatever we want to focus on and obsess about, we can end up being unhappy with. And so I'm just throwing that out there. Just consider that everything might be perfect. Maybe you're aging gracefully, beautifully, and perfectly. Maybe even having a little irritation in your ankles is just part of life. Maybe everything's fine. Maybe when your ankles hurt, you just put your feet up and you rest. Maybe it's all good. So many times, so often, I think we get a health issue and we want to fix it. Or we make up an issue like I did with my pug. And I thought he was lonely and I wanted to fix that problem. Well, let me just tell you what happened. What ended up happening with Zen the pug was that I got him a little friend. We adopted a pug named Pixie. But it turns out Pixie came from a huge litter and she was the runt of the litter. And so she was always getting the scraps at feeding time and she never got enough food because she wasn't in there getting aggressive about the puppy chow. And so she had major issues when it came to eating and food aggression. So what ended up happening was we adopted a second pug because I was so worried that Zen was lonely. Zen was just fine. So we got this second pug, but then Pixie, all she wanted to do was fight with him. I mean, he would just look at her on the couch, and then she would start growling and attack him just for like looking her way, because I think she was so traumatized from being in this massively huge pug litter and being the runt, that like she just wanted to be alone. A couple years later, we ended up giving her to our neighbor because she literally needed to be an only child. And once we had kids, she was attacking them if they were crawling near her food dish. She was like really, really aggressive. And so it's the tale of two pugs. I had a perfectly fine pug, super chill pug, Zen, super happy, easy to take one pug on a walk. But in my mind, I created a problem around him, a problem that like he's so lonely he needs a friend. So just consider in your life, like, where are you creating problems out of thin air? Maybe you have one child and you're being hard on yourself because you're trying to have a second child. And maybe one is just perfect. Maybe one is just what the doctor ordered. It's just life's plan for you. It's kind of like what's best. That's the message that I wanted to share today. Take it into your day, take it into the week ahead. Just this idea that like maybe everything's great. Maybe nothing needs optimized. Maybe nothing needs fixed. Maybe you're like totally ran out of to-do list around the house. Maybe everything's good. Maybe you don't need any more house projects. Maybe your marriage is like perfect and you just need to enjoy it. Sometimes our biggest challenge doesn't involve changing something, optimizing it, improving. Sometimes it just, our challenge involves enjoying exactly what we have. So thank you for being here. If this content felt true for you, leave a rating and review, leave a comment, follow and subscribe. And I hope to be sharing even more little stories like this moving forward, as well as inspirational interviews and monthly inspirational card pulls. So thank you for being here. I'll catch you next time.